Alright, as promised, my zombie collection. I went through my DVDs and tried to pull out all my zombie films. You'll have to pardon me if I missed a couple in there. Hopefully I haven't. I just got so many DVDs to go through. Also, apologize for my appearance, or if I talk kind of sluggish. Last night I was in the emergency room, and I could say I got bitten by a zombie, but I didn't. I had to have surgery on my thumb. I took most of the wrapping off so I can use my fingers. And it was very painful, and I'm all hopped up on Vicodin right now, so if I look kind of weird and stuff, I apologize. But let's get right into the zombie collection. Now, some of these aren't maybe pure zombie films or something like that, but I just want to have fun showing them off anyways. So the first up is Life Force, which is more vampire from space film, and a very underrated Tobe Hooper film. It's got everything in it. It's got a lot of adventure, action, lots of horror, and just goes totally nuts at the end. There's zombies everywhere. And the nice thing about this one, and of course, a beautiful naked girl walking around through the first half of the film, but the nice one is when I picked this up, I was just hoping, I just thought it would be the theatrical version. It turned out it was the complete uncut European version with extra minutes, and it made it an even better film. So, granted, the zombies are only in the last 45 minutes or so, but definitely worth picking up. Next up was a gift from Extro the Mutilator, or a trade. We trade and do DVDs back and forth and stuff like that. So, shout out to Extro the Mutilator there. And this is the Dead Pit. It is the PAL version of it, because I think he upgraded when the American NTSC anamorphic widescreen one came out. So, there we go. But very happy to have in my collection, although it doesn't have the famous old video where you could press it and the eyes light up. Maybe someday they'll come out with that. Next up, I have two of the same ones. This one got sent to me, and that's the box Reanimator, which I haven't even opened, because pretty much the extras and everything are the same as the Elite version. This is the Anchor Bay version, and it comes with a pen, and it's limited edition. And there's the pen right there. Kind of looks like one of those glow-in-the-dark needles. The reason why I have both, and I can't part with the Elite version, is one, I just love this DVD, and number two, if you see right here, I don't know if you can see that really good, to Mark, best wishes, Stuart Gordon. I got to meet Stuart Gordon when we set up a showing of one of his films, and it's kind of hard to open with my thumb here, and he signed my Reanimator DVD, so I can't part with it. And so now I have both versions, even though they're pretty much the same. Next up is Resident Evil 1 and 2. I don't care what anybody says about number 2. I actually enjoy it quite a bit. And almost want to complete the collection and have number 3, but then I saw number 3 and didn't care for it. It wasn't very good, but I do enjoy number 1 and number 2. And so this is a 2-disc collection of the first films. And another very underrated film, and I think everybody who's into zombies should see it and give it a chance, is George Romero's Diary of the Dead. And I think it is an incredible film, very, very underrated. And let's see, there we go, there's the inside, like that. And I agree with the bottom. Masterpiece. Put that back in there. And Jean Rollins, as I was corrected not too long ago, because I keep wanting to say Jean, is Living Dead Girl, which is probably my favorite of his films, and it's my wife's favorite as well. She loves this movie, and not so much in the visual department on the inside here, but you've never seen it, she doesn't look like a zombie, but boy, she eats like one. And pretty darn gory and poetic at the same time. And one of my personal favorite zombie films is next, and that is Let Sleeping Corpses Lie. An Italian film, directed by, or I guess it might even be Spanish-Italian production. George Grau directed. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. There's some of the original poster artwork right there, which is awesome. And beautifully shot. Gorgeous countryside, some great atmosphere. Definitely worth picking up. Here's another one of those ones I was telling you about that it's not necessarily a zombie film, but it kind of is. And that's Dead and Buried, because most of the people involved are dead and resurrected. But gory, violent, great story. Got one really nasty eyeball scene in there. And this is one of my Blue Underground discs. I don't have many of them, but I wish I had more. But if you've never seen it, definitely worth picking up. And of course, back to more of the classics that everybody's heard of. Return of the Living Dead, the punk rock horror comedy version of, I guess, Night of the Living Dead, and nothing on the inside, but a lot of fun movie, a lot of fun in this film. And of course, the best version, the Elite Millennium Edition of Night of the Living Dead. This is the version to try to find, in my opinion. It's the best print I've seen, tons of extras, and the print is absolutely gorgeous. Right there. Romero, definitely the king of the zombie films. And here's another one a lot of people make fun of, and unrightly so in my opinion. And some people also argue that it's not truly zombies, but it plays like a zombie film and acts like a zombie film. And it's Umberto Lenzi's Nightmare City. It's got lots of special features, and I think it's got some great moments of atmosphere. And yeah, some people think it's goofy, and some of the makeup is not up there, let's say, Savini's, but another zombie film, Jean Rollins, Grapes of Death. Technically, I don't know if you want to call them zombies, but they act like it, except, more violent than the traditional 70s and 80s zombie films, but definitely